She said that 12 of them. Oh, yeah, we can go in. 12 of them survived. So 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 20 though. Well, let's find out.
Tanner was afraid, I suppose. He became our master and ruled us with a heavy hand. We learned about masters and their weapons. We were subdued and lost. And Turner, rather than intent on the assembly and completing the mission, became intoxicated with this power. Our angry god. He would command and we would comply or die. His every need. Only one of the arrivals could prepare for the assembly. Our mission was in peril, resting in Turner's distracted hands. I had lost hope.
The last realm. Or who knows? Maybe there's more. I don't know. What? Looks like a face. Oh, this is different. This is a lift. Are we just going around in a circle? What the hell?
And then a plan came to me. An ingenious plan. I refined it for many weeks. I became close to Turner to use it. I made a wall in my mind for my own sanity, befriending the monster for the greater good. I learned much. I wept much. So, after many weeks, I told my comrade Jacques the truth that I had learned. I knew he would be afraid. He provoked the others, and they all lashed out at me. I convinced Turner to use his weapons to force them into the deep sea. I told Turner we could wake new ones from the threshold, and I would mentor them to be more compliant as his servants. I gained Turner's praise with this idea. He had his trust. Right up until I sedated him and placed him in the threshold as well.
Is it us?
And so I was alone, keeping and preparing. Not for days or weeks or even months, but for years. Everyone was gone. The embrace could only be awakened, the assembly could only occur, only with the power of an arrival. But now Taylor was in the deep sleep. And you will learn the truth now. the truth of sleep, the truth of the mission, the truth of keeping, and the truth of Tanner, our assembling and ending.
I still think maybe we're Turner. Now, are these real people?
Threshold keeps the keepers. The cycle of keepers. Blank new keepers to be mentored. The 7-year cycle. But I will not go to sleep. I will keep my memories. I will not forget.
Or are we her? That could be another option too. I don't recognize these people, but I have a feeling these are real historical people, right? Let me know in the comments section if you recognize them. It's a system overwrite. Externally locked. Coupling module hatch 1. Time to do some coupling. All right, kiddos, cover your eyes. You can cover your eyes now because nothing's happening. Externally locked. Is there something? Oh. Oh. I didn't notice that we could go down. Atlas Inaugural Keepers, 1910. Are these Kickstarter people? Probably, yeah. I love the way that, like, just the designs are freaking awesome. That's, like, yeah. The world of the designs has just been the best part of this game. AGU and LDT. Turner? I don't know what AGU is. CPH and RRN. It said Turner and 2 others arrived, but there's 4 beds. Maybe the 4th one is for our mentor. Vestibule hatch. Oh no. We must dawn. What? Oh. Whoa.
And now, you have experienced the revelation that I had. The grand realms I thought were everything are nothing but firmament, structures. But yet, they held everything dear to me, except my own memories. I have kept those.
Whoa, what the hell? I don't know what I was expecting. So wait, are those the realms? Just these things in space? I went the wrong way. A big structure in space? That's I kind of was like wondering when we saw those triangles if it was some kind of virtual reality. See, this is starting to get really cool now. Wait, could I have gone up? Let me just check. I think we have like a magnetic. We keep connecting to the ground with like metallic or magnetic boots. Kind of sounds like it, huh? Man, that's cool looking. Habitation hammer. Do I need to use it? What? Oh, okay. I was like, why am I not climbing down? I kept hitting right trigger. What a weird. Why didn't they just put stairs? Weird. Such weird design choices. And of course, the last thing we do is like coupling module lock 2. I think that's supposed to unlock that lock on the doors above. It would kind of be nice if there was a little more feedback. Doesn't seem like it does anything, right?
Can you imagine the first time I saw such a sight? I cannot describe what happened to my body. I did not think Tana would lie, but there's no preparation to face what one has never contemplated, never imagined. I was distraught and opened and offended and freed. I did not have words to describe to you. And now, I've returned here many times, and still, I do not know where the firmament ends. Can we ever?
I believe the firmament is, it's like a religious term, right? It's the, it's like I looked it up briefly. It's like something to do with the circles around the Earth, like the space, basically. If you guys know more about that, throw a comment in the comment section so I can understand a bit better. That might be what she's saying. She doesn't know where the space ends. Okay, I finally figured out what to do. I guess I unlocked that and then locked it, and I was like wandering around. I was like, what the hell? Just because there was no feedback on that, really. Is this it? We made it? Is it gonna work? Yes! Are you serious? They're making you do this twice also. Why not one more? Curie. Yeah, I was thinking that might have been Marie Curie. It looked like that could have been Karl Marx too, one of the pictures. Jules Verne, maybe? Philadelphia Review. The majestic starship Atlas embarks on a stellar odyssey. Whoa, go. I thought it was year 22,121. The Philadelphia Review, what? Sunday, May 8th, 1910? Indictment of Ohio officials. Okay. Firmament Initiative ushers in a new era of human ingenuity and optimism. Paris, May 7th. This is really hard to read. In a dazzling display, I might as well read this, right? Like, this is actually explaining what's going on. In a dazzling display of human brilliance and determination, the colossal starship Atlas, or Atelier. Oh, it's Paris, so it would be Atelier. Has torn from the bonds of Earth, marking the commencement of a pioneering voyage to safeguard humanity's future. Okay, that's kind of the idea. I was kind of getting that impression. The Firmament Initiative, a grand coalition spearheaded by esteemed visionaries such as Andrew Carnegie, Marie Curie, Nikola Tesla was probably one of the other ones. Okay, Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, Jules Verne, Karl Marx. Yeah, so that's why there was clearly a reference to communism. Seeks to propel. I don't know who Konstantin Tsiolkovsky is, so you guys will have to let me know. Not afraid to admit I don't know all these people. I know that they're famous, but I don't know what I don't know, but I'm always willing to learn. Into a new epoch, of cosmic exploration and preservation. Prodigious Atelier, a vessel unlike any other, is designed to traverse the celestial expanses on a multi-generational journey after over a decade of monumental efforts. The so-called Great Lift triumphantly concluded using gargantuan rail rifles to thrust 16 million tons of indispensable cargo into the celestial abyss. Bearing the Greek name for incomplete, it probably is Atlas then, was assembled and commissioned under the unyielding hope. Okay. The future advancements will augment and perfect the vessel as it journeys through the cosmos. Gracefully propelled by a sophisticated steam propulsion system. Whoa. And massive sunlight sails, the starship Atlas is poised to advance the marvels of technological progress. In the Atlas, the keepers inhabit massive realms, carefully preserving the ship's cargo. Sequestered and protected, these individuals adhere to a strict regime, safeguarding the duties. So the question is, how do these other people get here? Safeguarding their duties, integrity. They said 7 years is like the cycle, right? The groundbreaking threshold sleep chambers sustain the keepers. That's what we woke up from. Well-being, allowing extended periods of suspended restfulness. Yeah, so I guess you sleep for 7 years and then you're keeping and you go back to sleep. Having freshly renewed minds are re-mentored by experienced keepers, ensuring a seamless transfer of expertise across generations. The keepers' unwavering dedication is a testament to the Firmament Initiative's foresight, crucial to the Starship Atlas mission success. The crew, a select group of skilled astronauts, will give their lives to maintain a watchful eye on the unknowing keepers. And the Atlas. Stationed in the ship's fore, they will be refreshed with new arriving members on rare occasions. So that was the new arrivals. To ensure the mission's smooth progress. As the journey nears its end, a final crew, known as the Arrivers, is expected to join the mission. The Keeper's lore has been embedded, I think that's what it says, to inform them of this final arrival. So the Keepers and crew can at long last join in preparing the Atlas for its ultimate destination, a magnificent and welcoming new Earth. Let's all join together in celebration of this historic event, as we bear witness to the dawn of a new age of exploration and wonder with the launch of the starship Atlas. Humanity takes its first steps towards the stars. And we stand united, ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. The embrace. So the embrace was like the three realms coming together where things were maintained, right? Like growing food and power and making power and all that stuff. Godspeed, Starship Atlas. May you carry us towards a brighter tomorrow. Hold the Starship Atlas, the majestic marvel of human ingenuity, embarking on a boundless voyage across the cosmos with advanced steam propulsion. There's no... In 1910, they didn't have solar sails. Steam propulsion on a... you couldn't generate enough power. Okay, anyways. And a revolutionary threshold sleep chamber system. This is clearly like an alternate history. Like very alternate. Housing the valiant crew and keepers on their grand multi-generational odyssey. The Firmament Initiative unveils secrets of the Atlas design and its vision for the future. England embraces their new ruler. Indictment of Ohio officials. Brown Democratic leader accused of paying bribes to elect Lorimer to Senate. So it's not that different. It's not like some kind of utopian future. Firmament Initiative synopsis from 1972. Welcome to the Firmament Initiative, a multi-generational, multinational, privately funded endeavor designed to preserve and secure the future of humanity through interstellar exploration. Your participation, dedication, and service to this monumental mission is acknowledged and appreciated. Classified. Please note that due to the nature and duration of the mission, this information is exclusively for the crew's perusal. These are the ones that are watching the Keepers. Keepers must remain segregated, concentrating on the preservation of the cargo without distraction. Andrew Carnegie, Marie Curie, Karl Marx, Nikola Tesla, Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, Jules Verne were all the founders. So that's the pictures that we saw. Okay. I thought one of them might have been Shakespeare, but I was like, why would Shakespeare be involved in this? And that would not be the right time. Background. Phase 1, the Great Lift. Phase 1 centered on sending crucial Earth-based elements, minerals, flora, and fauna into orbit. Founders utilized their considerable resources to launch massive projectiles into orbit using 12 colossal rail rifles situated at the various mountainous locations on Earth. Between 1895 and 1907, over 6,000 containers of cargo were transported into space, totaling more than 16 million tons, including technology for the assembly of the Starship. In 1910, the mission commenced, with the Atlas gradually accelerating towards a nearby star system via rudimentary steam propulsion and solar sails. Phase 2, the augmentation. The Atlas initially possessed very limited acceleration capabilities. The mission's design relied on future advancements in space technology to enhance the Starship during its journey. Founders correctly anticipated that future technology would be able to catch up with and upgrade the Atlas, potentially redirecting it to a different star system. A more suitable one was discovered. The timing and frequency of such augmentations were uncertain, but attachment and docking ports were incorporated in anticipation. Phase 3, the embrace and the arrival. Starship Atlas features artificial gravity generated by the vessel's rotation. Yeah, that's why they had to stay away. Actually, as they came closer together, the gravity would have changed on the realms, because they have to be spread out a certain amount to create that gravity. So that would have been kind of cool, actually, if you just all of a sudden lost gravity. See, there's just so many. I just feel like this is such a cool idea, and they could have made like, it's just all gets revealed at the end instead of like having these moments throughout where you're like, what the fuck is happening? Where you have an opportunity to maybe figure out what's going on. Center of rotation. To create the required gravity, cargo realms are positioned further from the center of rotation, resulting in a structurally weaker vessel susceptible to stress during intense acceleration. Consequently, the ship was also designed to retract and secure the cargo realms during periods of high acceleration. It was expected that this would only be necessary deceleration for arrival or for a final upgrade, providing unanticipated thrust. I really don't like that it's blinking. Unanticipated thrust keeps distracting me. The Keepers were prepared for these events with a narrative combining the arrival of trained personnel required to engage the Embrace and the actual arrival of the starship Atlas at its final destination. So you got the Keepers acknowledging that a journey to even the closest star system could take centuries or millennia. The founders designed the ship's maintenance to be performed by Keepers. Keepers reside in large cargo realms, rotating in and out of sleep chambers. It enabled them to live for the mission's entire duration. The sleep process gradually purges memories, starting from the most recent. As a result, Keepers are limited to a maximum sleep duration of 12 years before being awakened and retrained. They said 7, I think. She said 7. Mentors facilitate the retraining process by passing on their knowledge, preparing for sleep. To minimize social complications among Keepers, a tightly controlled and rigorously managed protocol was established. Keepers are not informed about the mission's nature and are instead taught that they existed within 3 small realms, comprising their entire universe. Questioning was discouraged and all necessary answers were provided through strict cultural indoctrination. And we've got the crew. A small group of trained astronauts is accommodated at the ship's fore. Crew's primary responsibility is to remotely monitor the Keepers and ensure the smooth operation of the mission during launch and subsequent upgrades. The crew has access to threshold suspension chambers, but their usage is limited to approximately 1 year. Suspension periods exceeding 2 years pose memory loss risks, which could compromise the crew's effectiveness. Consequently, the crew members are expected to live out their lives in support of the mission. It is of utmost importance that the crew remains separated from the Keepers to prevent interference with the Keepers' strictly dictated culture. The only exception to this segregation is the Arrivers. The Arrivers, as the mission progresses, it's anticipated that the frequency of upgrades will increase due to advancement in space travel, engines, and speeds. Final stages of the mission will likely occur rapidly, necessitating the arrival of the final crew known as the Arrivers. The Keeper's lore predicts the arrival of this group, who will require access to the realms to prepare the ship for acceleration/deceleration. Only members of the crew, specifically the Arrivers, are authorized to prepare the Starship Atlas in this manner. Note, detailed information and specific procedures for all aspects of crew tasks and protocol can be found in volumes 1 through 22 of the... Do I have to read it all? Of the Firmament Initiative Protocol and Procedure. Digital versions are available on Disk A2. End. Database search. Crew name Turner. Multiple found. Oh, this is... I guess this is her looking up who Turner is. Arnaldo Luis Dharma Turner. Maris D.T. Turner. Susanna Turner. Willie Barr Turner? Louis Dharma Turner. Oh, there we go. 2100 to 2105. Ensign Class C Nexus Protectorate Corporation. Karachi Incorporated Division from 2106 to 2115. Corporate Security Officer, Firmament Industries, Eastern Field Storage. 2110 to 2117. Lieutenant Junior Grade Firmament Industries Incorporated Military Police. Ensign Class C Space Force Division, 2118 to present. Ensign Firmament Industries Incorporated Security and Amelioration Duty. Cruise ship Nicola. Lottery Draft, Atlas, Recon, and Augment. What is carceral record? 2105. Bias motivated offense level 2. 3 terms served. Oh, like incarceration? 2109. Insubordination level 1. 2.4 terms served. 2116. Misconduct level 3. 9 terms served. 2117. Contract breach level 4. 1 term served. So, a troublemaker. This is where they would monitor the different realms. Andrews. St. Andrew. Oh, here's some of those pods they would sleep in. There's 3. I think are we working down? Realm Embrace sequence complete. See, yeah, like the gravity would totally change. Missed opportunity, guys. But then you would be like, oh, we're in space. Oh, cool. There's someone there? No. It's just doors. Come on, it's a space program. They wouldn't make 2 doors. Actually, no, they would, right? I was gonna say they wouldn't make 2 doors. Oh, that looks so cool. 2 doors that do the same thing, but you always want backups, right? Redundancies.
Scanning.
Hi. I'm Turner.
Biosignature confirmed. Turner, Louis Donald.
I knew it!
Earth equivalent date 2231-3-17. The United Earth Space Agency sends its sincere gratitude and greetings, Ensign Turner. Mission protocol requiring your presence and approval is now satisfied. Thank you for your preparations to firmament Starship Atlas. No further human intervention is required. All additional assembly, preparations, and flight control will be handled autonomously by me. Final full engine upgrades to Starship Atlas now commencing. Stand by for space folding and transport to the Tau Ceti system.
Oh. There is someone here.
I was never given a choice.
That's her.
The firmament protected, restrained, and used us. You understand that now? And I have not given you a choice.
Oh.
I placed you in the threshold 7 years ago. You slept and forgot. I sat alone and remembered. You woke up, I lied to you, and used you. You see how it feels? You arrived and pulled back the curtain of this monumental illusion for me. Now, I thought I knew so much, but you astonished me with how small my world was. And as you held my awe, my veneration in your hand, you closed your fist around us. We were like children And you tore our small world apart.
Sorry.
I have thought of this moment often as I waited. I wish I was alive now to see your face. There is a part of me that hopes you are enraged. Oh, it's not reasonable, I know. These violent thoughts never get us very far.
That's true.
You were our god. And then, you were our monster. Do you feel some kind of remorse now? Can there even be atonement without choice? It doesn't matter. At the very least, I used you to provide the way home for the keepers.
That are sleeping right now.
My comrades, my family. But now, maybe you can do more than just the very least. One choice remains for you, and I will not beg a man such as you, but I will ask. Do something good with this second life you have been given. Remember the keepers. Those you looked down on and mocked. Those you erased. I forced you to travel their path, to learn their names, understand what they accomplished, miracles. And you, now you have become the most important keeper of all, the keeper of all these memories. You sit on the verge of the awaited destination. A new world, a new home. When you arrive, you can choose to tell the stories that only you now know. You can tell the tales of the keepers of this grand spaceship. And we worked so hard to save all of this, including even you. Adieu.
Adieu. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we should have played through her story. It would have been way cooler because we'd have had like Turner being like manipulating us and uncovering the
Starship
what's going on.
Atlas has now been upgraded and is full engine enabled. Prepare for acceleration and full jump to the Tau Ceti system. Any questions you may have will be answered upon arrival, which will occur in approximately 7.4 hours. New life awaits you and your fellow Atlas comrades on planet Firma. Thank you for your service to the Firmament Initiative, Ensign Turner.
And honestly, they could have just like shown this as a cutscene. Like, it could have ended with us being put to sleep by her, you know? Or we would have been playing as her, I suppose. That's cool, though. Because it's a really neat story. It's just... I think the more interesting story with more revelations would have been us playing as her and having these people arrive, and we're just like doing our job or whatever, and they arrive, and or we're getting you could start by getting indoctrinated, and they're like showing you all the different jobs you do and you have to do them, and then like, you know, the new crew arrives and Turner introduces us, becomes like a god, and like it would have been so cool, like, and you would have been discovering what was going on instead of just discovering it all right at the end. What do you guys think? I can only help but be a little bit disappointed because there's so... I had pretty high expectations, and it just kind of, like, the puzzle design was kind of blah, and the best part was like the design of the world and how it looked was fucking just amazing. And I like the music and the sound for sure. And the story is really interesting. It's just, they just throw it all at you at the end. Otherwise, it's just like a mystery up until the very end. And it's not like a super intriguing mystery because they don't reveal, they don't really reveal it as you go along. And I just see so many opportunities where they could have, especially with, if you're playing as her in the story that she just tells you at the end. She does tell you the story throughout though, right? She's like, he came, the new arrivals, and became a god and used his, they were all innocent. He used his strength against them, violence. They didn't really have a sense of what violence was. Oh man, it was cool. Like it started off really cool too, and I thought it just never really like, the meat of the game doesn't go anywhere. You're just kind of playing these like through these puzzles that are just really convoluted and like really like cool design, but like it just, they're dry. Like you're just moving these like platforms around and like connect. I don't know how to really express what I'm saying. It's just, I imagine you probably felt the same watching it. Like the world is beautiful, but like the gameplay is kind of boring. Also, they're like, the puzzles are simple, like too simple in some ways, and in like all the wrong ways, and too difficult in all the wrong ways. Like you had to do a lot of repetitive things, which gets boring. And like they weren't, but like the subject matter of the puzzles were really dry. Like you're connecting a circuit and you're like moving sulfur around and like mixing stuff and like, oh god, don't get me started on the underwater section. I don't know what happened. I feel like they had an idea and they couldn't execute it, and maybe they took the world and they created what they could out of it and then released it because they had to. AI assisted content? What? Interesting. I'll have to go back and check that out. Okay, I'm gonna skip the backers. Sorry guys, I appreciate it. Oh, I can't. Okay, it's gonna be a lot. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you enjoyed watching, I did the best I could to really get into it, and I just, aside from like getting to the new areas and being like, oh, look at how gorgeous it is, and kind of being intrigued by the story, the mystery, I just couldn't really get into. It was really hard to get into it. It just kept being pulled out by just weird design choices. And just getting the feeling that they didn't really execute what they wanted to in the end because maybe they couldn't. Because I totally like can feel, it's really hard to make games, first of all. It's really hard to make games with a compelling story. Like Abduction was like super compelling. So I don't really, yeah. Sometimes you just swing and you miss. I think this is the game. It's a good, like, I'd say like a good 6 out of 10 game, 5 or 6 out of 10 game on a true out of 10 scale, not like the normal review site scale where it's between 5 and 10. It's just kind of the part, like some parts are really great and some parts just disappointing. Maybe my expectations were too high though, because of the pedigree of the development studio. But maybe I don't know. I'll look forward to what they do next still. Hopefully they can nail the next one. I think maybe Abduction was so good because it had been a long time since they'd made something. They probably had a lot of ideas. But I still appreciate the game, and I appreciate you guys all for watching. It takes a lot of work to make games like this. And yeah, I really appreciate the work that goes into it, and I appreciate all of your support. Thank you to my patrons, my members, people that leave super thank yous and super chats. Please do subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. Like the videos. That helps other people find my channel. Oh, and thank you guys all. Oh, man. It just makes you think of, like, you know, like Soma, and Soma is such a cool story, mind bending story, like games like that. And that's it. Thank you guys for joining me for Firmament. Don't think I'm going to play through it again. Just wasn't, even on VR, I don't think it would be that much fun, because it's just, it would be so much work. It felt like work, like I was doing work. I'll see you on the next series, and I'd love you